Eval Health is an app platform for clinicians and researchers to create, share, and deploy clinical apps. To learn more, meet us at eval.health and click Learn.
Hi, this is Jennifer Glenn, Chief Medical Officer with Eval Health, and I'm going to be covering how to publish an app, and that includes any revisions or updates that you need to make to your app. I'm also going to cover the different levels of access you can set up for apps, and this includes some different account and app settings so you can control who can view and use the app. And finally, we're going to cover how to clone an app, then how to customize it to make your own, and then publish it again. So let's get started. So publishing is super simple. So let's just do a quick walkthrough on how to publish an app. I have one here ready for us to publish. You'll notice a publish button in the upper right corner. Click on that. What you'll notice at the top are revision notes. In this situation, this is a first publication, and typically what you might find is that authors will include a few notes about the app. So use your judgment on what notes you want to publish along with the revision history of the app, and I'll show you where that is. It'll make a bit more sense. And there are some example notes below, so if you want some help, typically for the first publication, it's often a summary of what the app offers, but be creative on how you want to communicate to your audience. There are also notes about if this were a minor update or a major update and what that might look like. And we'll cover that when we come back around and do a revision. There are also some publication terms which should be familiar to those who have published regarding copyright and patient safety, and then click publish. You'll now notice that we went from a draft to a revision 1 in this label in the upper left corner. If you go to the 3-dot menu, click on revisions, you'll notice that this is revision 1, published today's date, and then the note that I had added in that revision or description box. So let's go back to the builder and create a revision. So I'll click edit. I have gone in and I have made an edit or a customization. So once I've made my changes and click save, you'll notice that the publish button appears again. I'm also in draft, which is the yellow label to the left. So I can click publish. I can add some revision notes, and there again are some examples below if this is a major or a minor update. There are some ideas. And then the same publish terms apply, and click publish. You now notice on the left the label says revision 2. If I click on the 3-dot to the right and click on revision history, you'll notice that I've now published revision 2, and there is a note that I've added a new potty part for a pain management strategy. You'll also notice that revision 1 is showing as in my library, which means that when I go to my library and click on this app, it's automatically going to play revision 1. If I want revision 2 to play, I'll click on the 3-dot and update to revision 2, which will then automatically play. If you are the author of the app, you can click the 3-dot and you'll notice that you have the option to deprecate. And deprecate just simply indicates that you no longer endorse the app that's been created and you want to notify your users not to use it any longer. Users will be able to see and use the app, but they'll see a label to the left that says deprecate, and it'll be in red. So that will allow users to know that they may need to make a change in the app that they're using. When you do deprecate an app, and let's just do that real quick here for you, you'll want to provide a reason, use what makes sense, and then you'll also want to include a message as to what the user should do next. So in this situation, we're going to indicate to use the new revision that is available, and then click Save. So when a user looks at this app in their library, they'll see the message and get instructions on what the author is recommending the user do. Here's a quick example as to what a deprecated app would look like in a user's library. You'll see this app, Basal Energy Expenditure, has been flagged as deprecated. I'll open the app. If you click on deprecated, you get an alert message. In this particular situation, it says patient safety, and there's an error, and then it gives next steps as to what they can do next. There are 3 different levels of app access that you can set up once you've published your evaluation, and it's based on 2 factors. One is the type of account and how it's set up, as well as app settings. So the 3 level of access includes public access of the app for the common good in an open source platform. That's free for anyone to use, and I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. The second level of access is just publishing apps that are available within the account. So members that are under an account will have a set of apps that they can see once they're published. The third level is you as an author create an app and then choose to whom you want to collaborate or share the app with. So let's take a look at account settings so you understand how this works. In order for an app to be public, 2 things have to be true. First, the setting of the account must be public. So if you click on your personal icon in the upper right corner and click Account Settings, you will notice that I belong to the account called the Eval Foundation. You'll also notice that the privacy is set at public. If I click Update and the drop down, there are 2 options, public and account. So for an evaluation to be publicly available, the account will need to be set up as public. Otherwise, if it's set as account, the app will remain within view of only account members. And those members are established by the account administrator, and they can invite members within the account. The second level of access includes the app. So if we go to the library, let's select an app. And in this particular app, let's click the 3 dot and come down to settings. And what we can see for this particular app is that the visibility is public. So that is the second thing that has to be set up in order for an app to be seen publicly. So 1, the account needs to be public, and 2, the app visibility must be public. In order for an account to be public, it has to be vetted by Eval Health. So if you'd like to publish apps for the common good as an open source platform, then contact us at Eval Health and we'll validate that you're indeed a legitimate company. It's important to our community that we vet those that are able to publish on the open platform. The other options for your app, regardless if your organization is public or not is you can set the app up to be only viewed within your account or select members from any account. The other option is private, which means that the app is blocked from your account members, but anyone that you select individually can see the app. And I'll show you what that looks like. So next to settings is a tab called collaborators. And then next to that are members. So you can select certain people that you want to be able to view and use the app. Simply click on New Member to invite anyone to view and use the app. The tab Collaborators is an opportunity for you to work with others on creating and publishing an app. And with this feature, you can invite a new person within your account or even outside of your account, but they do have to have an account with the eval platform. Once you invite that member, you can then select the permission or level of interaction that they can have with this particular app. They can be an owner with full access and the ability to modify the evaluation. They can have basic editing privileges, or they can just simply use it and interact with it. When you add a collaborator to an app, an invitation is sent out to the collaborator. And in the library, the collaborator will see an invite, just like you see here on the left, and they simply have to click accept. And they will be able to edit or use the app based on the permissions that you've set up. Cloning an app is also very simple. Once you have the app up, go to the three-dot icon and you'll notice clone in the menu. And you're going to be asked to enter in a new name. You'll notice that a slug is automatically generated and click save. You can then go to your library, locate the new clone, which is here. You'll notice that it's in draft. It has the new title. Click Builder and the Edit button, and go ahead and make any edits or modifications that you would like to make. And then when you're done, click Save and Publish. And then you'll have the opportunity to publish this as your own evaluation according to, again, how your account is set up as public or private, and also how you set up the app. If you would like to learn more about these features and other features like how to use the builder or how account settings work, check out Learn on the Explore page. Thank you.